Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. We gotta talk about this situation with Griselda member Conway the Machine, man. It's basically not looking good for him. He basically canceled his whole tour because of lack of ticket sales, man. We're gonna get right into it in the situation that occurred, but before we do, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna run this up, man. So it's super messed up. Like, I don't really know like what exactly happened with his fans. Like, they didn't even really say that they were gonna have like a whole like refund or anything. This man spared no details in saying that he was basically canceling his tour, the entire tour, for I'll tell you later. And it's not like he was canceling like a couple dates here and there. He canceled the entire tour. And on top of it, he didn't even let his fans know. Like, right before he was supposed to perform, he basically just canceled the tour. We're gonna get right into an article that was on Hip Hop DX, where they basically said Conway the Machine has canceled all dates on I'll Tell You Later tour, which was supposed to begin on September 6th in Seattle, Washington. The Griselda rapper broke down the news to his fans on Friday, August 26th, with an Instagram post, but failed to provide much detail. Instead, he quickly changed the subject. Well, the bad news is the tour canceled, he wrote in the caption. The good news is my pack is finally landed and you will be getting your merch that you ordered any day now. Theories were rampant in the comment section, anywhere from ticket sales were low to bad booking. The most Kanye offered was a shrugging emoji. And basically he sort of just talked about how he was having new merch and shit. But honestly, I feel like it's definitely ticket sales. I'll tell you a couple reasons why. Because if y'all really wanted to like run up the bag and shit, like if you really didn't care about the ticket sales, you could have, like, these venues and shit that he was like choosing from, they were all pretty much big venues, and people in the comments were talking about how they were pretty much like 1,000 people venues, like the Fonda, like that type of shit. Like, these are all pretty much like 1,000 cap venues. So I mean, it might be the same type of situation that would happen with Autumn. On top of it too, the tour, I mean, obviously there's probably not hella kids listening to an old head rapper and shit, but it could be hella fans have kids. There's probably some kids within that group of rappers and shit. And even within you're in college, I'm assuming they're mostly like college students. I doubt. Maybe there's some young kids listening to them, but I feel like it's more parents and shit. And this kind of occurred in the Autumn situation because he has more kid fans, but school's literally starting for a majority of the country and shit, so it's probably not a good idea to go on tour on anywhere like a large scale tour where you're going to be doing different events and shit during the weekdays while people have school and shit. It's obviously not the move. Like, if this was a summer tour, that would probably do better, but it's like in the middle of the fall, like people are going to be working, people have kids, like not everyone's going to be able to get babysitters and shit. And like it might not even be indicative of if he has hella fans or not. It could just be some situation where people realize like, hey, I have kids, I can't fucking stay up on a weekday, I have a job also, shit like that. So I feel like that's majority of probably the situation, especially starting it in September 6th when the majority of the world is going to be back to school. So just poor planning on that part. I don't know how you were expecting to sell hella tickets in the first place. On top of it, I guess he doesn't have the support. Like, he had another tour more recently where he had like Westside Gunn and Benny the Butcher, I'm pretty sure, and he basically was supporting, like had them as supporting acts. But by himself, it's like realistically, I feel like it's a stretch thinking that you're gonna have a tour like that and like be knocking down 1,000 people venues and shit like that. Like, you be seeing even like bigger rappers like say D Savage and shit like that, like they do like a tour like on some small, like they'll do a tour like a couple cities in California and shit. Like, I feel like he's better off just doing like his base, like go to New York, different places in New York, go to LA also, like go to like big cities and shit. But you don't need to be going to fucking like Cleveland, Ohio or Ann Arbor, Michigan. Like, bro, you're gonna end up with a smoke perp situation, people filming you with a not big audience. Not that anyone really gives a fuck at the end of the day in his type of situation, because he's not like a clout type rapper. But it's like, I don't know, like I feel like you shouldn't have even, it's just kind of sucks that you took everyone's money, because I be seeing people in the comments saying that like they still haven't gotten returns for shirts that they bought like months ago. So it's like, if that's the case, the one person even said that they got like an email saying that like you got to go talk to the bank, and they never got their money back, and they spent like $70 on merch and shit. So it's like, if that's how they're running their whole business as a whole, it's definitely not looking like they're gonna get their money for the that whole situation. If you bought tickets and shit, or one of the people that bought tickets, it's looking like they're not gonna get that money anytime soon, man. It's definitely like kind of unfortunate, but it's like, I don't know what you're expecting, these fans and shit. Like, I don't know what the fans would be expecting, because it's not like this nigga's like Jay-Z or none of that shit. It's like an old head rapper basically struggling to keep it together and shit. But you know, this rap shit is basically all cap, you know, like a lot of that shit is like just image and everything. Like, these niggas are probably a lot broker than they think, you know. They owe a lot of people, especially the deals and shit like that, man. But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know if y'all think it was because of ticket sales. You think he just had a bad booking agent or some shit? Let me know what y'all think, man. Real say shit. You already know what's going on. Peace.